Hey, this is Aaron. Motorcycles and Misfits Rally 3, Day 2. So today's Friday. I went on the ADV ride with Charlie. Mostly the same route as last year Scotty went on. So we went to the abandoned mine, the, New Idra is the sort of ghost town, abandoned town. We also this time went into the abandoned bike park, motorcycle park, and there were a few people in there. It was closed down due to asbestos, so they did recommend staying a little farther apart and not breathing the dust of the person in front of you. That didn't stop us from parking at the top of a hill and sitting down and eating lunch right on those sort of barren hills in there. Even to get in there, you have to have multiple permits, and the code for the gate, and to pay to get into the BLM land. And yeah, we did it all legally, which was great. And I did pretty good on the little XT250. There were plenty of people with much larger bikes. This was like 140 miles of out and back, and messing around up in the hills, and little baby head rocks, and roads that have kind of split in half, and part of it has gone downhill, and the other part is still uphill, and you better make sure you stay on the right part, because you might be going down with it otherwise. Anyway, the bike did good. My left mirror, sort of rattled loose a little bit, so I'm riding along, and all of a sudden there's this mirror coming to say hi to me, or I'm trying to look and find who's behind me, because I was using that one primarily, the one on the left, and it was not telling me what I wanted to hear, so I'm like trying to put it back as I'm riding along. I also found out that left-hand perch that holds the mirror is also a little loose, so I'm reaching for the clutch, and it's sort of in the wrong spot. That's not great. So I'm like adjusting that as I'm riding as well. Yeah, let's see what else. I strapped a gas can to the back there with a little strap. That didn't come off until after we were through the hardest riding part, the rocks and the I don't know, sort of like think of a blue trail on a ski resort. Yeah, Sweep picked it up, brought it back, and my gas light had already gone on at about 80 miles. So I dumped that in the tank and stuffed it into my my tail bag or box or whatever it is. So I put in a little bit more fuel after that, and gave somebody else some fuel. Turned out I kind of needed that fuel, because my gas light came on again. I'm like, oh geez. So I accepted fuel from somebody else toward the end of the trip there. Turned out we were like 3 miles from the gas station, but whatever. I didn't know that at the time. Oh, wow. So everybody's on bigger bikes. Well, not everybody. So Jinwei and I and the Sweep, I don't know his name, and there's one other guy who was on a 250, I think. Sweep was on a KTM 690, but he liked to go slow, and he was perfectly happy being in the back and helping us out, which was great. There was no way we could keep up with the rest of the people. So that's what, four people. There was one more on a 250, but it was the Yamaha 250, a little higher strung. So it was keeping up much better. But once we get on paved roads, man, they just take off. initially I was thinking, oh, we're just going to be going on back roads. But, of course, that's where people open it up when nobody else is around. So they're going very fast on these back roads. At each major turn, they would stop and wait for us. So they'd get a nice break. And then we'd show up. And, of course, they'd take off immediately. So we didn't get any break. It was all right. We stopped at the mine. Got some pictures of inside there. I didn't go very far. Stopped at New Idra. Took a picture or two of that place. We went in one of the buildings and got a picture on the couch in there. Initially, I thought it was maybe just 5 buildings, but there were more once we got around the corner. The whole town existed once, but doesn't exist anymore. It's just parts of a town now. I don't know. Roads were bad. There were, think of the Saddleback Road over in Hawaii and how that thing was entirely potholes. Well, this was, I don't know, not quite as bad as that in some places. But then a lot of places it was kind of switching between partial pavement and just gravel. So it took a while to trust that you were not going to have gravel as you went around a corner. So for me, I took the corners much slower than I might have if I expected pavement going around the thing. Anyway, that was good. I was safe. Yeah, ride your own ride, right? So we just got back, and I did some repairs to the motorcycle perch. So I cut a piece of my Diet Coke can off, and I put it inside. I took it apart, put the extra thickness of the Coke can in there as a shim, put it back together, and now it's holding much tighter than before. So that's good. And I don't know if my mirror is in the right spot, but that's fine, whatever. Yeah, had some dinner. Last night was tacos. Tonight was spaghetti and pineapple penne. People said it was fabulous. I got 2 scoops of the spaghetti, of course. Yeah, there was a roll, some salad. What else? There were some vegetarian options. Yeah. I am so tired. Oh my god. That was a lot of riding. Anyway. I'm gonna try to take a shower before I go to bed tonight. I can show you the inside of the Jeep here if you want. Alright. Oh, right back there is my fancy dancy nighttime light. I've got a bunch of the black pieces from what's the store name? Anyway, it's the color board kind of in the windows all the way around. Well, not all the way around. I'm been taking the windows out of the doors. I just dropped it. Okay. Let's turn that around. I've been taking the dark sheets out of the doors when I get up. Put them back in when I go to bed. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, this is my bed back here. Right there. The front part is it'd be nice if it was longer. It would have been good to take the front seat out in addition to the back seat. But hey, I was much warmer in here last night than the first night. I think the temperature is increasing and I'm going to be much happier. But I got, I don't know, it's been working out. I can mostly stretch out when I go to sleep. And then up top side, I've got the tablet. I did find that eventually. So I have a couple of TV shows to put on and have some noise as I go to sleep. there you go. I think I'm done riding for today. 140 miles on dirt and hills and rocks and poorly maintained roads and stuff is it's a lot. When we leave about 10, we got back at, I don't even know what time it is, 6? Maybe that's 8 hours of riding. That's a lot of riding. So, yeah, all right. Have a great day, and I will maybe talk to you again tomorrow.